Hello. Now what? Okay. Reconnecting the controller, and all of a sudden I'm having some strange issues. I thought about, because sometimes I'll be switching to the break screen, if I'm like having technical difficulties, but I've thought about having like a unique like technical difficulty screen, and I was thinking of using either the Wii Shop theme, or the Beatles Shop theme from The Legend of Zelda. Like, specifically the one from Phantom Hourglass. I think either one would work. Like, really work. Just kind of gives you, like, a little waiting feel to it, you know? Anyway, hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Jakarash here. Welcome back to Earthbound Beginnings, aka the English translation of Mother 1. Apparently another name for this is Earthbound 0. So, this is like sort of treated like a prologue for Earthbound. But, yeah, I'm finally streaming. I had thought about, you know, streaming on like Friday and Saturday, but yeah, that didn't end up being the case. But so I got a big old sword. It's funny you mentioned Zero Mission because like I was listening to like the Force Awakens soundtrack on the way home, and I thought about like, you know, like the Force Awakens, I would say is like the least, or I would say is the best of the sequel Star Wars movies. Despite the fact that it's kind of unoriginal. Why does my XP say cold? I mean, we are experiencing cold. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's supposed to snow. I think it's supposed to snow tonight or something, or otherwise it's just gonna get like the temp is really gonna drop. It's very interesting. Uh-oh, that red flashing is there again. Oh boy. That's not good. But anyway, what I was saying was, oh, is this the... Oh dear. This is... Messen? M-E-S-E-N. Let's see if I can... What if I remove this? No, that didn't fix anything. Scan, palette, Advance. Remove sprite limit. Reduces flashing. These other things. Disable background, not recommended. Disable sprites, not recommended. Forces background display in first column, not recommended. Force sprite display in first column, not recommended. No, that didn't do it either. I don't know, but I'm not like, I didn't save state this last time, so let's see what happens. Because this emulator for some reason, it like will pick up like right where you left off, like if you exit out. Oh boy. Well, that's a problem. Interestingly, it will also speed up when I speed up the game. Twinkle Elementary School South. And it like goes at a consistent rate too. Very interesting. Very interesting. This place is a little overrun with like vines and stuff. But anyway, what I was saying earlier, it's like you mentioned like Zero Mission, and how I would say The Force Awakens is like I would say is the best of the sequel Star Wars movies. Even though it has this one big flaw, which is that it's basically just a rehashing of A New Hope. And but you know, I think I came to this realization before. I'm just like, you know, if I was that uptight about that aspect of it, well, I don't really have an excuse, because, you know, in Metroid you have Zero Mission, and then you have Super Metroid. Or you know, you could say the original Metroid and then Super Metroid. It's like the stories are very, very similar. With a number of key differences, sure, but they're almost the same story. Like, or they're just very similar, you know? Ooh, aluminum bat. Well, I do just so happen to be able to afford that. I already have the boomerang. Yeah, I mean, I would think that too. So I am a little surprised it's the better one. Or at least in price, it's presented as the better option, but At the same time, though, I do already have the boomerang. So if it's better, so if the higher price translates to it's better, well then I don't really need to use. I don't really need the aluminum bat, do I? Meh. Anything else? I'm just gonna see what else is up here. Same thing as variety goods. Was that something in the other? Stun gun, eh? Ruler. Now I don't know if this is actually, I mean, there is a part of me, a small part mind you, that does wonder if the red flashing is actually part of the game. I really only have 2 reasons for thinking that. One is that when I press B, which is my sprint, right? That's actually, what is actually happening is not me actually moving faster. What is actually happening is the game operating faster. The second thing, the second reason I'm wondering if it is actually part of the game is because I do distinctly remember the final boss of at least one of the Earthbound games. I don't know if it's this one or if it's of Earthbound. The final boss does have a lot of red just covering the screen, like the entire screen. Loose hypothesis, but I don't know. Insecticide. Okay. Messen. M-E-S-E-N. It was like at the top of the list for like emulators to use for NES. I'll give you $290 for a butter knife. Okay, sure. Hey, Balthazar. Welcome, welcome. Oh, shut up. Oh, no. But anyway, what's going on with you these days? I'm just all giddy and excited about Metroid Prime 4 coming out this Thursday. So I'm probably going to be staying up Wednesday night and, you know, past midnight, and then, like, either streaming it just that late or just recording and then premiering it later, but... Render set to software? So we're having a bit of a strange issue, which is that the game, there's a red screen just flashing. Emulation. Overclocking. Let's... No. Filters. Randomize power up. Emulation speed. Fast forward speed, rewind speed. Yep, sure does. Oh yeah, got to see my family. Most of them anyway. I have 7, I've mentioned it before, I have 7 siblings. Neither of my brothers could make it, unfortunately, but all 5 of my sisters were there, and 4 of them are married and have children. So my brothers-in-law were there, and all my nieces and nephews. Well, all of them except for my older brother's son. But all the other nieces and nephews were accounted for. Unfortunately, neither of Power Ranger Red. It's funny. Let's see. I think, I'm pretty sure my nieces and nephews definitely outnumber my siblings at this point. Because now, when somebody asks me how many nieces, and nephews I have to go, it's like, let's see. 1, 2, okay, Becky has 2. Katie has 4, so that's 6. Joni has 1. Laura has 4 at this point, so 1, 2, 3. We're at 11. And then Bob has a kid as well. So, yeah, that's 12. 12 nieces and nephews. Oh, yeah. You said you like children. You like children, Maria. Well, yes, but 7. Actually, funny story. So my, although I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, I had my first birthday in Austria, and apparently we did the Sound of Music tour. But of course I had no memory of it. And we were all on a bus or something, and like either the tour guide or the driver was like, looks like we got the Von Trapp family aboard, or something like that. All right. Yeah, That's a little annoying. Epilepsy warning for people, I guess. Well. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Just a little bit. No filters are on. Region. Auto. What if I change the region? Not that kind of drugs. You know it. Whoa. I changed it to pal, and it just went drunk on me. Okay, that is not helping at all. Well, it was on auto, so yeah, that's not happening. Or that's not helping, rather. This is on. You mean like? Oh, this is like NES, I believe, if that's what you meant. Debugger. There's something to fit there. I looked in I just like opened up the debugger thing, and like there's like something that looks kind of weird. Not that I even know what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm actually rather impressed, honestly, with just the size of this game on the NES, given that it's kind of like an open world game on an NES, which is rather impressive. But let's see, find occurrences. Yeah, no, that didn't do anything. Yeah, like I said, I think I need like a technical difficulty screen, you know? Gonna look up, like, see if there's a known issue. Oh, there's one of the results. Missing red screen flashing. Particularly when opening certain compressed packages or using specific games. One user noted that the display appeared normal in Messin 2, but showed issues in Messin 1, suggesting a potential discrepancy between versions. Another user reported a red spike in the audio. A red spike? What the heck is a red spike in audio? After opening the history viewer, which was later identified as a bug unrelated to the SNES core. Messing emulator. The red spike after opening history viewer. Flashing. I fix it. Actually, this music works well for like technical difficulties. View the answer. Oh, that's. Wait, this is for like. it's actually comedic, yeah, just sounding. Actually, one of the things I was looking at for help was for the actual hardware, not the actual emulator, or not the emulator. Huh. That's fascinating, actually. Blink's red. Huh. That's weird. You are a very bad man. Anyway. Fork bombs? No, I haven't. Listen. Blinking. Why won't this stop? Oh, Bald, how could you? Not surprised though. Oh, man. Well, what's going on here? I'm having some other issue. It's like having some other issue where like I'm having some other issue where when I try reloading or like I'm I don't know, things aren't going right. Like getting DNS errors. Huh. Alright, well, looks like I gotta like restart my computer or something, because now everything's going wrong. So plot twist, that's what Awakening the Dragon was all along. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I gotta shut her down. But maybe I'll end up just streaming Bolt Gun or something. But yeah, so yeah, I think I might just end up streaming Bolt Gun, because it kind of looks like the only way to really fix this is just changing emulators. Which, unfortunately, the last time that happened, the last time we ended up switching emulators in a game, it ended up not being a good idea, but after all. But in this case, well, it's not because of a misunderstanding about how fast the clock was going. In fact, this time it's actually an actual problem. So, which is gonna be annoying, but oh well. So, well, I'll see you guys later, I guess. So, yeah, bye. Be right back.